Hello friends! Today I will share with you how my partner and I managed to travel and be nomads while making a below minimum wage. We have a combined family budget and I am a full-time content creator here on YouTube and on Patreon, and my partner Brian does an indefinite variety of online jobs related to design, art and marketing. We are nomads not out of pure choice, but out of necessity, while our long-term plan is being processed and put into action. We just have to move to find good and affordable places and just to make it work. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Anna, and this channel is about minimalism, intentional and simple living, and personal adventures of a heavy-duty introvert. And if you're back, I'm so glad to have your company again. So first, we will talk about financial aspects of being nomads on a low budget, and then we will move on to psychological and emotional aspects. We find good deals with short-term rentals. With all the controversy surrounding Airbnbs and such, we haven't found a better option yet. We prefer to choose 1 month-long stays as they are often offered at a very considerable discount. At the moment, we have an average daily budget of $30 per night, and sometimes it can be slightly higher, sometimes it can be slightly lower, so we try to balance everything out month by month. We cannot plan for more than a month and a half ahead, and to tell you the truth, it's pretty stressful. Before arriving to a new country, we usually book a place for 4 days or a week just to make sure that we lose the least amount of money in case we have to cancel the booking because we failed to cross the border. The world is pretty unpredictable right now and everything can happen. And it did happen before when we booked 1 month-long stays and then we couldn't enter the country, so we lost quite a lot of money for us. But yeah, so this is the situation, this is how we do it. Then as soon as we make it across the border and we have that short-term stay, we begin to look for longer-term stay for a month or maybe 2. So we have figured a set of requirements for us for a place, and we prefer to stick to that list and not to take chances. This type of rentals is often more affordable than usual long-term contract-based rentals for non-vacationers because the final price includes everything. All the bills, heating, water, cable TV if offered, internet, dishes, bed linen, basic personal care products, just everything, so we don't have to buy anything. When we rented our apartment in Belgrade for 1 year, we had to buy a considerable number of things, very basic things, just to be able to live as humans. And we still didn't have access to many of the things that we have access to now as nomads living in shorter term rentals. For example, I'm so stoked to have a blender and a toaster now. Simple and comforting joys are much more appreciated after not having them for a while. We choose less expensive cities. At the moment, we are staying in a smaller city in Romania that is not that touristy. And of course, Brian has some family research to do here, so we haven't chosen it merely for financial reasons. But the difference between capitals, cultural hubs, and smaller cities or towns is very prominent. For example, right now we are renting a very beautiful and very comfortable 1 month stay for which we pay just as much as we paid for our very humble apartment in Belgrade, all bills for our living included in that living. And the difference in the comfort level is very obvious to us. I personally can live in very different conditions, and I don't see anything bad or humiliating having a very humble home. I've been having very humble homes for most part of my life, but from time to time having more comfort than usual is very satisfying and healing as well. Living rather than vacationing. Just recently on YouTube, I came across a video that suggested treating your own life as a vacation so that you can feel better and more excited about it. And of course, this tip can be very helpful for some people, but for me it's not. And from my own experience, I figured out that being a vacationer is much more costly. We treat our lifestyle as living, and wherever we arrive, the first thing that we do is find good and affordable grocery stores and build daily routines. Because otherwise I can be just all over the place, not able to manage my work, I cannot just feel grounded, I cannot feel present, and I'm very prone to losing the grip on reality, if I'm honest. From time to time we can organize vacations for us, but most days that we spend in different countries are just life with its errands, work, and necessary self-care. Apart from these financial aspects, there is a considerable psychological component that helps us stay nomads on a low income without freaking out every given day. We don't unleash our anxiety. My partner and I are both naturally very anxious people. We worry a lot, but since the beginning of our story, and recently we have celebrated the 7th anniversary since the day when we got our marriage registered. So since that time, I can say for sure that we have become so much better at stress management. We can be sad or worried for a day, just a day, but then we have to move on. I don't beat myself up for having a bad day. If there is a possibility of a new day coming, I want to welcome it and to make it at least a little bit better than yesterday. We learned to accept the reality. If stability is not possible at the moment, wishing for it is a mere waste of our precious time. Yes, we have financial struggles, but we are together. If right now Brian went to the US, he would be able to make much more money and make us more financially stable, but then we would be apart. This already happened to us. We had to spend 3 years apart, and I don't want that anymore. We rely on good luck, but also expect a little bit of bad luck. If I'm honest, I still have no idea how we are doing what we are doing. There have been so many moments when I thought that it's just not working, but then all of a sudden we got lucky, we got very unexpected help, support, and we managed to stay on the surface without sinking. Is it luck, blessing, or whatever? I don't know, but every time it happens, I feel a huge wave of gratitude and that very special, subtle, heartwarming knowledge that everything would be okay, despite some tiny specks of bad luck that are completely normal to have. Peaks and valleys keep the landscape of life far from being boring. And if I was to give just one advice to a younger me, I would tell myself to believe in good chances and not to be afraid of any valleys, because it is through them, being at the bottom of the valley, that we can find a way to a new, beautiful, very picturesque peak. I hope you enjoyed this video, dear friends. Thank you so much for watching it. I value your time and attention a lot. Feel free to share in the comments your thoughts and experiences, and I also want to send huge thanks to everyone who supports me on Patreon and other tipping platforms, because thanks to you this channel exists, and thanks to you I can be a full-time content creator. And for now, as always, be safe and keep your heart open, and I will see you soon. Пока-пока.